Hola!
Bom dia!
And welcome to the Sunny Salvador project.
In this episode, guys, we are going to be doing a tour of Armação de Pêra.
Yeah!
We've had some gins.
This town is nestled between Albufeira and the famous Benagil caves, which, funnily enough, basically that bit that sticks out over there, that's Benagil. If you don't know what Benagil is, it's a really famous tourist spot where you have to catch a boat really to see it. It's basically where the sea comes into a big cave and there's like a beach inside the cave, and then you've got like a big hole in the roof. But this is the closest town, I think, to it, and so there are a lot of boat and rental companies, and you can find a lot of them just along the beach if you wanted to have a little look. That should be able to take you there, or even you can canoe there yourself. Just a shout. So I will admit, when you first approach, it doesn't look like it's gonna be that lovely and glam. A lot of it are buildings like this, like you can see behind me. Nothing wrong with that, but what it is that a lot of this town are like holiday rental apartments. You don't have the really massive 5-star hotels that personally I don't really like. It's a bit more natural town kind of vibe. Most of them are holiday apartments, so you're going to be looking at that if you do want to stay here. When you approach, it's going to look like skyscrapers, but when you get towards the front, you'll see why you have to come here. It's beautiful.
The good thing about Armação de Pêra is, despite all of the people in the beaches, it has a really relaxed environment. There's not a lot of people walking around in the street, and it really gives you that fisherman's town kind of vibe, because it's really small and you can really explore it in about a day or so. If you want to do something, you know, a little bit of more of the traditional Algarve while still wanting to go out to the beach, this is the spot to do it. This building right behind me, guys, used to be the old market of Armação de Pêra, but recently they have turned it into an art gallery, which is lovely, as well as the Algarve Information Tourist Centre. Right behind me we have Rocha da Palha. It is one of the most popular places to come out for a cocktail in Armação de Pêra. Essentially, it means the haystack in the middle of all the rocks, because in the coastline of Armação you've got lots of rocks and it's kind of like built into it. So yeah, really cool vibes and nice place to go out for a drink.
By the way, one thing we have noticed is there are a lot of ice cream shops here, but some of the prices here in Armação de Pêra are a little bit more expensive. But this place called Nice Cream, the drinks are literally half the price. Check it out. middle of August. This is like the busiest this town will get. So if you don't have kids, maybe try and come in like late June, early July, because that's a bit much, that is, babes. But I will say, also when we got here this morning, it wasn't as busy. Be aware that the locals, when they finish work, stuff like that, so you're talking about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when this beach is going to get a little bit full, as you can see.
But it is absolutely stunning.
It's a stunner of a beach, and the look at the colour of the water, I mean, that is a bit ridiculous. It's that really like fine, soft sand. It feels nice on your feet. It's not scratchy. It's just beautiful.
Armação de Pêra is the ice cream town. There are so many ice cream shops that is ridiculous. Probably the only place in Portugal that has more ice cream shops than pastelarias. That's right. Controversial, but probably true. Just like any other market in the Algarve, like the one in Corteira or in Albufeira, this one is opened in the morning, located in this street over here, just behind the ice cream shop that we mentioned earlier. Which is behind us. So guys, a little bit of a history lesson of Armação de Pêra. Armação de Pêra is currently known as a fisherman's town, but did you know, right behind me we have a fort that was built in 1661 to keep the pirates out from the cargo. Unfortunately, in 1755 there was a massive earthquake followed by a tsunami wave that destroyed the entire town. Apparently 84 people died and only one house remained. So after that tragedy, they decided to build a chapel and rebuild some of the forts in honor of every person that passed away and to help those who wanted to move back into the city. It was only in the 19th century where people started to come back into Armação de Pêra, and all of these buildings that you see over here in the old town were built for the fishermen to fish tuna. Also, a fun fact, did you know? Armação de Pêra means a storage of pêra. Pêra is a town that is a little bit up north.
That way.
That way. And so this is the storage for pêra. So, Armação de Pêra.
Let's go explore.
Yeah.
So the little chapel, also very cutely, as this was rebuilt as a fisherman's town, it's full of decorations and paintings of Her Ladyship, the patron saint of fishermen. Right, now they've gone, as I said, as you come into Armação de Pêra, you will have a look and go, hang on, this isn't quite the vibe I was on board for. But you have to wait until you get to the centre / what is behind me, which is the old town. It's full of proper little traditional, very cute buildings, and right behind me is the main street, which is the Rua do Comércio.
Comércio.
Comércio. Rua do Comércio. we got there in the end. If you want cute little restaurants, little pastelerias, again, more and more ice cream shops, because apparently they're in infinite supply here. This is a really cute little street to look. Let's go have a little explore, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the street that we were just on, Rua do Comércio, is a lovely place to find bars and restaurants and shops, and it's in walking distance from the beach. That is one of the best things about Armação de Pêra, because it's such a small town, it's accessible, it's really easy to just cram everything into one place. It is one of the best places to get lost and just have an adventure. So, right behind me, guys, you've got the boats that the fishermen used to use way back in the 19th century to catch all of the tuna. And they've just left it here as a souvenir for the locals. Also, on this side of the camera, there I am. This facility is where they originally stored all of the tuna from the sea, and now it's been used as a fancy-ass beach bar that is completely rammed in August.
Yes, it is so full.
Yeah, and also over there, this baseball field, the nets are actually the original nets that some of the fishermen used to catch the tuna. So, very cute place.
Where are the sunflowers? There they are. Okay guys, so we have reached the end of the town now. So we're going to take this moment to say thank you for watching. And if you've ever been to this little town, let us know down in the comments.
Don't forget to subscribe, ring the notification bell, guys, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.